What's up, everybody? Welcome to 3D Rivals, their first line of defense against stupid movies. My name is DJ, and as always, I am joined by my co-host, my sister Debbie.
What's up?
My brother Derek.
What's up?
And my friend Dan.
What's going on?
And this week, you guys, we're going to be talking about the new movie on Netflix starring The Rock, Ryan Reynolds, and Gal Gadot, Red Notice.
Red Notice.
Yes. So, another comedy movie for these three. I don't know. How many comedies has Gal Gadot been in?
I don't know.
Has she been in a lot of comedies?
I don't think she's been in a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Ryan Reynolds and The Rock are generally in comedies.
Yeah.
So comedy movie for them. And we'll see what we thought about it. My general consensus of this was that it started off funny as like a heist movie.
Mm-hmm.
Which it was pretty funny in the beginning of the movie, but it went on too long.
That's good. It's not a very long movie. It's like just under 2 hours.
Is it? I felt like 2.5 hours.
I was like,
I don't think it was that long.
It's an hour and 57 minutes.
I was ready for it to end.
So my thoughts was it was funny in some parts, but overall kind of uninteresting.
Okay.
I know it's just supposed to be like just a movie you can sit back, a dumb movie you can enjoy. But I felt like it wasn't enjoyable enough because I just felt like the plot took too many conveniences.
Yeah.
And just like
It's one of those movies that you knew it was going to happen before it happened.
Yeah.
For the most part, my one prediction didn't happen, but
Okay.
it's
Because I felt like the twist wasn't very twisty.
yeah, it wasn't like a oh my goodness kind
the
of
entire
twist.
time
Yeah.
I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. So it could only be that because it didn't make any sense.
Okay. I feel it.
Yeah. But I mean, I think the actors did a good job in it. Ryan Reynolds, and I'll say especially in the beginning of the movie, I thought Ryan Reynolds and The Rock, where it was like actually funny. Like me and my wife were watching and we were laughing out loud at stuff that was happening. Especially like with the bank, not the bank heist, the museum heist. In the beginning of the movie, which we were like, do people actually steal stuff from museums? How come they always say like do these type of things in movies? Like,
Yeah, I don't know if it's possible to
Priceless
do that.
artifacts
Because
and
you know what I was thinking? Aren't there cameras? Wouldn't the camera catch him switching the eggs?
You would think so.
yeah.
Like, I mean, how stealthy is now? Unless he did it like how they did it in the Thomas Crown Affair. That was kind of smart.
Okay.
But in this one, I just felt like maybe they should have showed us.
Yeah, but
Then I
it was
could
off
believe
camera,
it.
so we kind of got to use our
Yeah,
imagination.
it was a
I
big
guess.
crowd of people there and stuff. Maybe,
But
they
wouldn't
didn't
it
see
be on some sort of alarm or something?
He put another egg on top.
How? But you switching to switch it? Did he put like a plate that's heavy to like, you know what I mean? Because once you move the egg, I mean, assuming it's sitting on an alarm.
Assuming. That's what I would have thought.
So as soon as
probably
you
is.
take the lever lifts up, the alarm goes off, right?
Well, you gotta be really
If you switch
quick,
it-
like Indiana Jones. Yeah.
A lot of this was I've read since I haven't seen Indiana Jones. A lot of this was kind of like that was in Indiana Jones too, and this was from
At the end
Indiana
of the
Jones.
movie, there was like
That was very.
Indiana Jones.
He even hummed the theme song.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
So they were not hiding that at all.
Yeah, I thought I hadn't seen any Indiana Jones, but then my wife told me that I did, and I was like, "Oh, have I? I must have fell asleep." Apparently, the one with Shia LaBeouf. I
Oh,
don't
that's the
remember.
one I saw. That's the one with Sean Connery, right?
I have no idea
I saw the one with
Was
Sean
the
because
one
Connery.
apparently I fell
Harrison
asleep.
Ford
'cause
was
I don't
barely
know
in?
what happened, huh?
The one that Harrison Ford was barely in. Some daggone stunt doubles.
Oh, for real? I don't know.
Well,
all the
yeah, I
times.
think they were supposed to be repling him
With Shia LaBeouf?
with Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, that was the
Oh.
plan, and then
Well,
that didn't go
that
well.
was-
that didn't work.
That was a bad plan.
That didn't work at
Well,
all.
Shia LaBeuf was,
He just came off of Transformers.
Popular at the time.
Yeah, he was popular at the time. Then he lost his mind.
Poor
So yeah, what question that I had? Oh, I guess that's in their pick. I guess I won't mention it then.
Okay. Well, I guess I feel like we're talking around the movie. Basically,
Kind of.
yeah. So basically, Ryan Reynolds is a thief. He gets caught by The Rock, who works for the FBI. Quotation marks. He says he got his intel from Bishop, who's a more renowned thief than Ryan Reynolds. The Rock gets framed for stealing something, so him and Reynolds are now working together to get the last of the 3 Cleopatra eggs to catch the Bishop so The Rock can get his thing back. And that's basically the whole movie, blah, 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 with twist and untwist. It's not a twist because you figured it out when you saw the movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I guess spoilers for this, but I don't think you're listening to this.
I
And you didn't watch
think
it.
like if you're watching this movie, you really don't care, right?
Yeah,
it's just you have nothing better to do.
Yeah. One of the things that didn't make sense throughout it was The Rock's character saying that he needed to catch the Bishop to clear his name. Mm-hmm. But like his actions didn't match that. Like he kept saying it like, oh, you know, we need to do this so we can catch Bishop to clear my name. But I'm like, but what you're doing, you now don't have a clear name whether or not you catch Bishop or not.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Because
like
now
you're getting
you shot
deeper in doo-doo.
people, and I'm like, okay, if you kill agents, you're
Yeah.
going to jail for that.
Right,
And-
Yeah, I
and-
was thinking that same thing.
What got me was I was like, this guy isn't legit. I'm like, okay, so the Interpol agent Das, what's that her name?
Something like that.
Oh yeah, the lady.
Yeah. She's like, I called the FBI and they said they didn't heard of you. And so it turned out it was Bishop who intercepted the call or whatever. So I'm like, so in that case, Dwayne Johnson, you could call your people at the FBI and get it. It didn't make any sense because I'm saying like, well, why didn't you just call the FBI and get this all sorted out?
Well, yeah, because they wouldn't have just thrown him in jail, especially like, if he's an actual agent and you try to throw him in jail, like the
That
FBI
wouldn't have
is
happened.
going to have to be like, hey, yo,
Yeah, like we'll
Absolutely
figure
not.
out
Right.
what's
Like,
going
yeah.
on. We'll sort it out. It just didn't make any sense. So okay, I get she called and she was talking to a fake person, but I'm like, you could call your superiors. They know you're working on this case. They can help clear your name, even if they discover the money in your account. I feel like someone in the FBI will be nothing else. You won't get thrown into a Russian prison.
yeah, I thought that was a bit extreme too, because he gets thrown into a Russian prison afterwards, and I'm like, okay,
Along with old boy.
you have circumstantial evidence at best, right? Like, oh, okay, you're like, he was the last one seen with the egg, and his account got $8 million. That's not hard. Like, okay, it looks bad for you, but that's not hard enough evidence where, like, hey, we're just gonna throw you in this Russian prison forever. Like,
Yeah. So I was
No.
just like, this doesn't make any sense. Because I feel like you could just call somebody and they can get this all sorted out.
plus that's Interpol. I'm pretty sure the U.S. is gonna have something to say about this. Like,
Yeah, it's the international police. It's like it's not
Yeah,
just Russia.
like the U.S. is going to be like, all right, we'll handle this. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
something.
Yeah.
I was just
just
like,
local.
like the entire time, like, this doesn't make any sense. So, like, that didn't make any sense. And then, like you said, his actions, I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. So that's why I just feel like he can't be, and like, he has to be in on it because it was so ridiculous.
Agreed.
yeah. So, one thing that was really funny in the beginning of the movie, he jumps into that Porsche.
Oh yeah.
And-
thought
And
it
he
was
was
about
like,
to be like,
setting,
yes.
setting up this big old chase scene, right? And
He got hit by the
immediately
mystery
gets hit by it.
That was funny. I might have laughed out loud on that because you was like, first of all, that car,
Porsche Taycan.
oh my goodness.
Yes.
Yes,
I told,
baby.
that's what I told my wife. I was like,
that's-
that's the car
that's
I
a Porsche
want.
Taycan.
I want that.
And I'm like,
I'm planning on getting it one of these days. Don't care. I will get it.
yeah.
She said our house has to match the car though, so I guess I
That's a
gotta
good
get a
point
house.
because I didn't want to think you were a drug dealer.
Oh,
That's
wow.
fine.
That is true. That is true.
That's
I'm
okay.
like, his car costs like twice as much as his house.
Wisdom.
That's okay.
For our listeners,
That's how I got the car. Like that's how I got the car because it costs twice as much as my house. If I got a house that costs more, I couldn't get the car.
it is true though when you lay it out like that. Yeah.
Good financial thinking. But yeah, so that was funny because you were really geared up for like this really cold cars chase scene.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, he about to catch him on that little scooter.
And it just didn't happen.
No, that was funny.
Hit by
What
Scooby
side
Doo
of
in
the
the
street
game.
does Italy drive on? Do they drive on our side of the street?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I'd noticed that, and I'm like, maybe that's nothing for me to be noticing, but
Well, that would be a nitpick. You were saying the steering wheel was on the wrong side then, because he
Yeah.
got on the.
yeah, they were all.
you got on
But
the
I'm
left
thinking
side.
maybe Italy is different than the rest of Europe.
Well, yeah, not every country in Europe drives on the.
Okay, maybe
Right.
they do. I just
That's
didn't
true.
know, and I was just like, "What's going on?" Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just
didn't
glad
think about
every
that.
country in North America drives on the right.
Yes.
That would be weird crossing borders and like, oh,
You gotta switch sides.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when you
that's
go to
confusing.
Canada,
Like-
you don't have to switch sides. It's
I
nice.
already get thrown off by the kilometer sign. I mean,
Yeah,
you
like-
you can go
Well,
80,
but they
you
put
cannot.
kilometers on your dash.
yeah, but ain't nobody paying
Yeah,
attention
they
to
do.
those numbers.
But the sign doesn't say kilometer. It says 80. So you're thinking like,
No, it
oh
says
yeah.
100
It's 100.
on the highway. It's 100. Yeah.
See, well, I know I can go 100.
Yikes.
I mean, when it says 100, I was like, I'm assuming kilometers.
See, I wouldn't be
last
thinking
time
that.
I've been,
I wouldn't be
the
thinking
signs
that.
I was seeing was 80.
Okay.
And so you're thinking like, oh, sweet.
Yeah, snap, 80
Like I can
miles per hour. Now that's feasible.
That's what I'm saying. That's understandable.
I'm pretty sure that was probably like 50 miles an hour.
And then it is like 50.
Yeah.
And then your brain got to catch
Yeah,
up
it
like, you're not in
30
America.
miles an
How am I
hour
blowing
over-
past everybody?
I'm gonna go to jail in Canada. I mean, it's probably nice.
It's probably nice to probably bring you
probably really
breakfast in
nice.
bed and everything.
It's probably like Eddie Griffin. Aunt B's probably making your lunch and
The
dinner.
guards check on you. Would you like something to eat?
Are you okay? Want some Canadian bacon, eh? And Canada
Nah,
Dry ginger ale?
That's so wrong. I'm sorry to any Canadian viewers or listeners that we have. But it was funny. I
Yeah,
did
we
go
know,
to
we know y'all hard up there. We know y'all hard. Y'all got
small
Drake.
tangent from the movie, but I did go to Canada and like we stayed in Airbnb, and the guy, like he said, "Oh, it's cold out here," and me and Taylor was like, "Hey, he said it. He did the thing."
In front of him?
No. That's kind of what we were like, though. We were like, he did it. He did the thing.
I would be expecting to hear that, though, if I go to Canada. Like, if nobody ever said it, I'd be disappointed.
Yeah.
They say it.
I mean, we
Like,
were in
I'm gonna have to say
Toronto.
it.
One thing I have to say that I like most about Toronto was just like it's completely diverse. It's just
I do like
people from
Yeah, it is.
everywhere is there, and
It is.
it's pretty awesome.
that.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so back to Red Notice.
So I think the actors had good chemistry between each other.
Oh yeah.
I think they get along great.
Yeah.
I just think the story itself was weak.
Very weak, very weak. Well, you know, it's right for a Netflix movie. I'm sorry, I don't. How many Netflix movies have like a strong plot?
But there are some good Netflix movies though.
There are. Most
With
aren't.
like I mean, yeah, but I'm thinking of like things like Beast of No Nation. I've heard that Cowboy movie was pretty good.
Okay.
So I mean, I know I only named two. Sorry.
Thus proving my
Truth.
But it's not like Netflix wrote it. I mean, it was a real director and writer for it.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe he was half asleep or something.
Ouch. No,
really.
I feel like this was, even if it wasn't Netflix, I feel like this movie would have just been, it was that kind of movie. It's not a movie that warrants a strong plot, and comedies generally
But I'm
don't.
like, I wasn't really expecting, like, because, I mean, it's The Rock, Ryan Reynolds. So already I'm like, okay, it's going to be a comical movie. Ain't nothing, like, serious, like, I can't even think of it. Like, Pain and Gain that The Rock was in.
Is that a
Remember
serious movie?
Okay.
It's not like really serious, but like more serious than this.
Oh, because I just saw it show up on something.
It was like more serious than this. You
Oh,
know what I mean?
so I get sometimes a movie is just a movie and it doesn't have to be anything serious or whatever, which I'm fine with. But then I also feel like then I'm going to need you to be good. Like if you're going to be a dumb movie, be an entertaining dumb movie. Like Tomorrow War, that movie's stupid.
Plot wise, there's a lot of holes.
But I was entertained.
Very
I was
entertaining. Like
I was
so
definitely
much
entertained by
so
it.
when we know there's a sequel, and I'm like, yeah, I'll watch it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I get there are dumb action movies, dumb comedies, but be dumb and good.
I guess you can.
Agreed.
Guess you can ask for both. Yeah, you can ask
Yeah.
for both.
Well, we were talking about serious movies, and I want to see, like we were saying watching this, I want to see Ryan Reynolds do a serious movie because all of his characters are just Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, like it is just
Yeah.
like They have different names, but it's Ryan Reynolds.
Like in this movie,
The way Ryan Reynolds acts.
he was exactly the same as he is.
in
And
Free
yeah. And
Basically.
I enjoy
Like
Ryan Reynolds is, he's a good actor and he's
funny.
funny.
He's definitely funny.
But I was like, it's the same. Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu was the same as Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, just without swearing.
All the swearing and the violence.
I was thinking the same thing watching this. Like, I wonder if he can do a serious role, because I don't think I've ever seen him in a serious role. And honestly, that was one of my nitpicks, was just like, I'm kind of over it because it's always the same. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking like him and this dynamic with him and Dwayne Johnson was his same that he had in Hobbs and Shaw. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, I hate you so much, he. And I'm just like, honestly, I'm over it. And I need you to be different.
Yeah.
I feel you. I would actually like to see him play like a villain in like a movie.
Yeah.
Like a really like.
Oh, like a serious villain.
Serious villain in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know.
I think he could do it because I think he's a talented actor.
Yeah. I just would really like to see that.
Like, I kind of want to see it because I feel
I've
like
seen the proposal, but I'm like,
that's not
it's
a
been
serious
so long
movie
ago.
though. I would that's less Ryan Reynolds, but
was less. That's a horrible example. One, I like that movie.
Yeah.
But two, I think this is before Ryan Reynolds became like Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
But it's still a comedy though.
Yeah.
So like nothing really changed.
Yeah.
Is that a rom-com?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
It's a rom-com.
It's actually pretty good. Like
It is.
Would I like it?
Yeah.
yes,
Yes.
you would.
You think so?
Yeah,
Yes.
you would.
I
Yeah.
thought it was funny enough. It was Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one of like, I don't typically like them, but it's probably one of the better ones I've seen.
It's kind of a different kind of story because Sandra Bullock's getting deported because she's Canadian.
Eh?
Oh.
Yes. And it all comes into a big circle.
It all comes full circle. That's how it works around here.
Oh, Betty White's in that.
Yes, she is.
And what?
In the proposal.
Proposal?
She dances to the Yin Yang Twins.
Oh, wow.
No. Sandra Bullock dances to the Yin Yang Twins.
Wow.
Wow, man, she's getting up there. But yeah.
Which song? No.
Probably like
I will talk about that offline.
like a salt shaker or something. Maybe.
Salt shaker.
Okay, well.
Is that what it was?
No, not that one. All right. Yeah. I don't really have much else to say about this movie because not a lot happened in it.
I mean, they set up for a sequel.
They definitely set up for a sequel.
It is.
This does not warrant a sequel.
We're all working
I'm
together.
gonna say
You know how
no
it
to the
goes.
sequel of
If
this.
it makes money, it gets a sequel.
I mean, it's The Rock, so
Well, it's on Netflix, so I'd probably watch it if I was bored.
They're already saying it's our. I mean, but that's the thing about Netflix.
Watch it.
You can sit in your PJs and watch this at like 3:00 in the morning because you're not doing anything.
true. With no extra effort.
Yeah, it's just like, what's on Netflix? Oh, this is new. And then
Click.
I mean, they said it's like it was this highest watched thing this weekend, and one of the highest watched things. So
Well, yeah. I mean, with these actors, everybody's gonna watch it.
I mean, think it like if you're flipping through Netflix and it's like, oh hey, Ryan Reynolds, I haven't seen this. You can watch it.
Is Netflix then ruining movies?
No,
Okay,
Not
someone,
when-
someone
I
had
don't think
complained
so.
about it like on YouTube. So,
but not if the movie's
ruining
not
Well,
good.
I feel like this would have been released in theaters.
It was.
I mean, and
it would.
it
not
was
have
still.
been.
I mean,
It did.
the reaction to it still would have been the same.
Yeah.
I
Is that
mean,
because it was
we
on
can,
Netflix, though?
we can't. People can't say like, oh, we're having movies like this because of Netflix. So, like, we could Google movies that came out in a particular year and be like, okay, that was dumb.
the 90s.
Nope, I wouldn't have watched that.
Just
Yeah,
that
so
entire
I'm
decade.
So I'm like, you can't say that it is because of Netflix. I don't know why people, want to have that gripe.
Probably just something to complain about. But yeah, I definitely don't think it's Netflix. There's like plenty of 90s movies that were like cheesy and like just corny to me.
Yeah.
Y'all ever
Batman.
seen I forgot what that movie's called with Denzel Washington, like one of his earlier movies
Which
with
one?
with that dude from
Ricochet.
Third Rock from the Ricochet. Yeah, that's it. That movie. Yep.
I already knew this is one of the few movies I don't like.
Yeah, Ricochet. I'm like, this movie is hilarious. And it's not a comedy.
It's not a comedy. at all.
But it was hilarious. So
But yeah, I feel like you'd be like, oh, Netflix. You think like Netflix didn't write this movie? They just said, hey, we'll give you a bunch of money.
right.
But well, I guess what people were complaining about, they're saying is encouraging these kind of movies because of like what you said. People will watch it
So they
because it's
continue
on
to do it.
Netflix. So now you have more people
What's
that's
the
willing
difference
just to
between-
write something.
What's the difference between this and a made-for-TV movie? Right, remember back in the day?
Yeah.
Right? You
Yeah.
get a bunch of a made-for-TV movie. You know it's cheesy and corny, but hey, if
made
you're a
for
kid
TV.
on Saturday night, you're about to watch this stupid movie.
Yeah. I guess the only difference between that is this draws the actors because it gets money. So now you have a made for TV movie with The
A-list
Rock.
actors?
Right.
Ryan
So it
Reynolds.
costs more?
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind because we're always gonna get your big blockbusters at the movie
But
theater.
I feel like
you
this
know?
is also a chance for you to discover something new too. Like, okay, this movie's not great, but Netflix could be off a platform for you to discover something that you might not have discovered before.
That's true.
That
There's
has
been
happened.
a lot of stuff
That definitely happened.
where like Netflix keeps on, even like YouTube, and it's like it keeps on recommending this to you over and over again. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. Fine, I'll watch it. And then you go, oh man,
Like, whoa.
this was actually pretty good. Yeah, yeah.
Watched this a long time ago.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they're good with that. They're
I
good
don't know.
for that.
I mean, it's take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That was a movie. I
I
didn't
feel
finish
like
watching it though, but it looked pretty decent.
I feel like
The harder
people just
they
don't
fall.
like change.
I started that. I gotta finish that.
Yeah. I started that up. So
Yep. Okay, so random movie facts.
did you start it?
What?
He
The harder
didn't.
they fall.
You don't even know what that is.
That movie you didn't see it?
Oh,
Actually,
dude.
don't watch
Yeah,
Netflix
you
that much
got-
anymore.
Yeah, I gotta
gotta
finish
check
that.
that out.
It kind
gotta
of
finish it.
like shoots down the
It was
Netflix is
good,
ruining
man.
movies
Yeah.
theory.
It
'Cause it's
does.
a good
I'm like, but
movie.
you have movies like this,
It's a really good movie.
and
Good
with
story.
top actors on it, actors and actresses. Because
Yeah.
Regina King in it, Idris
Barely.
Elba,
Oh, I didn't see that.
and,
I didn't see the
that
I
dude
saw
from
it.
ATL. I keep forgetting his name.
I don't know his name, but that dude be in a lot of. Actually, everybody from ATL, like, good for y'all for coming up.
Yeah, they getting it in,
Yeah,
getting it in.
yeah.
Shout out to Childish Gambino.
I was just about to say that. You
All right,
straight out of my
nitpicks?
mouth, man. Yeah.
Random
No,
movie
movie
facts.
facts.
Oh yeah.
I have just a couple.
right.
So this movie was $200 million. Netflix's biggest budgeted film. They probably should have saved that for something else.
Really? That seems like much for this
200
movie.
milli.
That's a lot for
just
this
Maybe
the
they
movie.
should have
actors?
saved it for
Probably.
the harder they fall.
It should have been an $80 million movie.
Definitely. Well, maybe one
Yikes.
of the issues is because the only on location place they shot was Italy. Every other place is a land disguised as other places.
Well, I mean, yeah, a lot of movies do
I
that.
figured that.
Yeah, but everywhere though?
I mean, wouldn't it cost more to go on location?
I don't know. CGI is expensive when you got a
How much
CGI
did they pay
in
the
London.
actors? Maybe they shouldn't have tried to get three.
I heard
big
20 million a piece.
How many?
20.
20. All right, so you're at
60
just
million.
paying the actors. We're at 60 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have.
I need to be an actor.
Yeah, but I guess if you didn't have them, people wouldn't have
Nope.
gone to watch it.
No, I wouldn't have.
Just
Isn't
one.
that crazy,
Just
though?
get one.
I think that's crazy. To get paid $20 million to go and pretend.
We are in the wrong career.
We are.
I wanted to be an actor. I did.
Did you? I remember your big
His debut?
debut.
Big debut.
Yeah, man.
Whatever, man.
Big name.
Whatever.
Lion King. And you played the main character.
That is true.
Yeah.
It was a fluke. I wasn't even a part of it.
That's pretty good though.
I mean, that is dope though. Like lead role in The Lion King.
yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so my other facts. So this movie plot relies around Cleopatra's eggs that Mark Anthony had given her as a gift, and they've been lost, and people are finding them. And the third one is like no one knows where it is. One's in the museum. Rich dude got the other one. Third one's missing. Interesting. It was just kind of a thing to move the movie forward. Those are not real. Completely made up for this movie. So if you're thinking that was a thing that was happening, it is not.
I actually thought that was real.
Nope.
Oh, wow.
3 eggs. Yeah, it just sounded real. I was like, oh, wow.
Like the story sound like I feel like he spent more time writing that fake backstory.
And writing the
In
movie.
the plot of the movie. Okay.
All right, guys, we got these 3 eggs. That's amazing, man. What are we gonna do with them? They get lost.
Okay.
We gotta find them.
So my last one.
Basically Easter.
We already talked about that Porsche in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Fire.
Was.
Dwayne Johnson could not fit in it. Because
Not
he's a
surprising.
big guy, and that's a little car.
Not surprising.
Of
at all.
course, that dude is huge.
So,
Those type of cars are hard, man.
So
you,
they
you
made,
ever
like-
get in and out of a Corvette?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
On a
difficult.
regular
like-
basis.
it's like
I'm like, I would never buy anything like this. I could not see getting in and out of that all day.
Well,
long.
except for the Porsche, I'm getting that.
Yeah, the Porsche Taycan, yeah, that's definitely.
Yeah.
But the Corvette, no.
they made a big deal about having this car. Everyone's super excited. He gets there and is like, yo, I can't fit in this. So what they did was they greased him up so he could squeeze in. And that's why in the movie, you don't actually see him getting in and out because it was like such an ordeal. So he's like, they had to cut it where it's like him in the car, put in the car in gear, and then like cut it again for him to be out of the car because it was not a good fit.
It is
I'm
huge, though,
trying
like,
to wrap my head around how that works, greasing someone up to get into a
squeezing them
car.
into a car. Like, what they use? Coconut oil?
I don't know, butter maybe?
What did
I
you
was gonna
grease
say
his
it's
head?
probably-
I don't. I'm
I guess it like the
confused.
jacket or whatever, so he could just like squeeze.
He did have on that leather jacket, so maybe they greased
Yeah,
that
it
up.
was.
They
Yeah.
could build
I was gonna say-
interior
I
of
was
a
gonna say-
Taycan. and like,
I was gonna say coconut oil. It's probably coconut.
I would have requested coconut oil. Like,
olive oil,
not butter.
just
That's
large.
probably where their other budget went to, trying to get him into that car.
All for
The
hey,
high-end
but you know
grease?
what? It was a very funny scene, so I'm all for it.
Like,
It was.
like, where'd the mystery machine come from? Slam right into his auto. I'm like, I was salty. I was like mad blue. I'm like, dang, man, it's gonna get a good chase scene. A
Oh, it's
Taycan.
funny.
Okay,
Oh, well.
Netflix.
Pick some nits.
Do do do. All right.
Still working on
This
it.
intro gets longer and longer.
Yeah, we're still working on it. Everybody jumps in, so next time you gotta jump in.
All right, I have a nitpick.
Okay.
It was actually kind of funny too, though. But in the beginning of the movie, when he's pouring the Coke on the egg to prove that the egg is fake, why was he still pouring Coke? like,
While it was melting,
like it started melting, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, it's fake!" And like,
he just kept on pouring.
he's still pouring it on the and I'm like, it was like at least
It was
a
unnecessary.
minute later, and we're like, okay, I think everybody got the point. And he's just like,
Like, nope, keep going. That's one thing, slap in the face for Coke. That's what your products are doing to us.
also,
But isn't it dramatic the first time you do it? You don't need like, hey, it's fake. You ain't gotta empty the whole can.
Maybe he just did it for emphasis.
Okay.
Like,
also, what was that made out of that it melted from?
I
from
don't
the
know.
Coke?
I'm like, what
I
does
guess
Coke...
tooth enamel, because they said that pop rots your teeth out, so maybe it was
Coke
made of
and
tooth
Pepsi
enamel.
will.
It was made of... Hey, that's a good idea.
I'm like, man, this is going to sell a lot of Coke.
I still drink it, but still,
I mean, you know it's bad for you. Like, I just brush my teeth.
everything I eat's
Yeah,
bad for
if
me.
you didn't know, then, I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
All right. So was that your last one? The Coke thing?
Ryan Reynolds' dad was a white supremacist, right? Like,
Yes.
Guessing so.
Yes, he was a Nazi. Yes.
okay, all right. Because I'm like, the only reason why you have a Nazi watch and you're angry if it gets lost is because
Yeah, that kind of angry. I'm like,
I'm like, and it wasn't because he was looking for the lost treasure or whatever.
he just wanted that
He
watch.
just wanted the watch. And I'm like,
Wow.
and you wore it.
Gonna take a gander here and say he was a Nazi.
No, I don't know. My biggest nitpick was that, like, I don't know, about halfway point in the movie should have been over.
An hour in.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
What would you say about-
After they were in the vault, at that point, like when they got to underneath the bullfighting ring or whatever, it was kind of just like, all right, this is kind of more of the same, and it's not funny anymore. Type
Yeah.
of deal.
Well, one thing about that, I don't care how big you are. If a bull hit you like that,
Oh.
something's broken.
It's on my
Yeah,
list.
you're
You
not
don't
getting
get up
up.
and walk.
Yeah, you're not getting
And just
that.
be
It's
upset.
on my list.
that was
Like nothing,
that was-
no
that was
blood,
my
no
nitpick.
holes anywhere,
Yeah,
no
it was
no
clean.
injuries whatsoever.
That was your nitpick, Derek.
Yep, that was my nitpick.
Oh,
Dude is seriously hurt. He's seriously hurt.
Yeah, like he took that
was
dead
a big
on.
bull too.
yeah.
A fake bull, nonetheless, but still.
Although, okay, that scene was funny though. It was just like I saw it in the
So do I
documentary.
stay or do I run?
Don't move.
That was
Like you're thinking of Jurassic Park. Like with Jeff Goldblum, we're like, oh,
That was
Jurassic Park.
Doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense. I don't know. If everyone else is yelling at me, vamos, I'm on a vamos.
Yeah, they were like, vamos, vamos. I'm like,
the
yeah,
bull
just
is
run.
running at you. Obviously,
Right.
it sees you.
Yeah.
Also,
running
but if
your
they
way.
ran, he would have still got it.
Yeah, probably was okay.
It's
But I
gonna,
still would have tried.
It's going to do it if you're standing still.
I still would have
You're
tried.
not blind.
I mean, I would have run.
Yeah, if I'm running, it's taking some of the momentum out of it at least.
At least he didn't get gored. He just got headbutted. I was,
Okay, because that hurts
That's
less.
still would have broke.
it does hurt less. Have you been gored by something?
I'm just
stabbed.
I'm just saying.
All
That's
right.
hurt.
Would you rather be stabbed or tackled?
By a bull?
It doesn't matter.
I feel like either way,
I
it's
feel
going
like
to
that's a
hurt
hard
a lot.
choice, but I guess tackle. I don't know.
There we go. All right.
Okay. All right. So this is a super nitpick, and I don't know why it bothered me so much, but it did. The fact that they were drinking their own liquor in this movie just irritated the mess out of me.
I
Oh,
didn't
the
even
fact that he
notice.
was drinking the Terramana?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was just like, for real? Like you didn't get paid enough for this?
What is he not? I mean, why would he not promote his product? It's his product, though.
I was
If you got a product,
annoyed.
ain't you going to promote it every
He's
chance you
probably a producer. Was he a producer?
Probably.
Well, then that's why it's in
It
there.
doesn't matter. Normally, maybe if the movie was better, I wouldn't have been like, for real though. But it bothered me this time. Like, I
Wouldn't
get
you
you.
promote your own product? then
I'm
if you
all
had?
down for people promoting their stuff. Like, legit, I don't care. It's just in this one, I was just like, for real? And not even that they can't do it. I just felt like it was just obvious.
Are you sure you don't care? Because it's a nitpick.
I don't know. I mean, I picked a lot of this movie, so I can't really say.
But they gave Kobe a shout out.
Well, one thing I had a problem with, you know, when Gal Gadot was talking to that one guy in the office for some reason, I kind of checked out. I don't know what they were talking about. And he
She had it
press,
tied up or whatever.
yeah, and he had to press the silent alarm. I was like, could this guy be a little bit inconspicuous? He was making the most guilty face, looking at her like, I'm going to be pressing the silent alarm with my foot.
That's what I don't get about that scene. So that was your nitpick. My nitpick was, if I press the silent alarm, you only send one guard.
Yeah, one guard.
Yeah, that was dumb.
So then she could just walk out of the office, and then he's going to say, oh, hey, I accidentally pressed it. But wasn't he tied up or something? Yeah.
I don't know.
So,
Yeah, but like one guard, because she tripped the guard, then she looked out the door. Nothing else.
yeah. And when he wakes up, tell him he just tripped. I pressed the silent alarm. I feel like all the people are coming.
Right.
Wait, why would he have to give a fake story anyway? Like, she's gone anyway. He could have said, I got tied up by this woman and blah, blah, blah. What difference would
Yeah,
it
I
have
don't understand
made?
where the fake story came from.
That wouldn't have made any difference.
Yeah.
So why did
Like,
she
where you
threaten
going
him?
I feel like most of my nitpicks is on that line. Like, why? Okay. They're in Russia, and apparently they built walls without any mortar. And no one noticed that.
Well,
Oh, so when they escaped.
So,
in Russia, you build walls. Look, you don't build walls. Walls build you.
oh my gosh. Okay. So, all right. So you had that, which was used for their escape plan. There's no way they make it off that mountain. It's too windy. It's too cold. They'd have just been dead.
Yeah. I think we saw this thing. I think the coldest point on Earth is in Russia or something like that.
Just not
Coldest
happening.
city in
They would have like
like
no toes and no fingers.
Yeah, coldest city. Yeah.
Because he ain't have no hat on. He's bald.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he would have been done.
You're just dead. And then, like, it's super windy. You're on top of a mountain in Russia.
Snowing out.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they're done.
Dead. And where did old boy learn how to fly a helicopter?
And read Russian.
In read Russian. At first he was like, oh, it's in Russian. I'm like, oh, he about to struggle. Nope.
Nope, no problems.
No struggles. No struggles at all.
Like, all right.
And also, I'm sorry, but the missile through the doors, just no. And I know it's silly,
Yeah,
but
I
I'm
think
gonna
that's fine.
make-
Actually,
see that
I'm okay
happening.
with that.
I
I'm
can
okay
see
with
that
that.
happening.
No,
It is because it's
No.
like, well, It just goes through.
I'm like, if you open the doors
I think that's
at the
fine.
right time, I'm like, yeah, I can see that going through.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
have
don't know why.
no problem. I feel
I don't
like
know why
you
they
can do that
stopped
in real life.
firing missiles, though. I don't know why they stopped.
Yeah.
It's like you can still see
Like,
them.
you only had one?
Yeah, like, y'all can still see them. Shoot again.
Well, yeah, shot another one and killed The Rock because he would have been dead.
On that bridge?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
definitely dead.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that tablet face thingy works. That they used
Would
to
it
get
unlock the
inside
safe?
the vault? Yeah.
Okay, so my wife asked me about this. Yes, in this particular movie, I believe it would have worked.
Oh, okay.
And when she asked if it would work in the first place, and I said if it has two cameras, no, because then it will be able to tell that is a flat face. If it only has one camera, yes, you can check the camera because the camera cannot tell the depth and will not know whether or not it is a picture
But
or
can
not.
you grab
Didn't know
so you'll be able to grab the points off of the camera? And then it did a retinal scan too. I feel like
I don't know if the retinal scan would have worked.
I don't think it would have.
The facial
I don't think
recognition, yes.
Um,
Yeah, deep fakes are
The
you
retinal
can- you can
scan, I don't
deepfake
think
really
will
well.
work.
Like that's
okay.
not-
So
yeah.
you're saying it kind of works.
Yeah,
Okay.
especially and it only had one camera too. So,
Okay.
but yeah, two cameras and you're done. Because then,
All right. So the
noches. That what he said? Something like that.
sure.
the entrance
something like
to the secret Nazi vault was buried under 2 inches of dirt.
Yeah, that was a nitpick of mine too. I was like, after all these years, decades,
Yeah, he threw that
And-
tiny little compass down and bing.
Yeah.
and I was like, that's how far. It's only a little bit of dirt on top of it. Like someone
Like you
just
could
threw
walk
it
over that and tell.
Exactly. No,
Something
no
down here.
overgrowth, no nothing.
Nope.
I'm like, how often was people going down here?
And like landscape.
It would have been a couple of feet of dirt,
Over time? Over what?
a few decades
Right. Like,
at least. What, since the 40s, right?
yeah, so we're talking like 80 years or something. This is probably bad math.
Almost a
Forgive me.
century.
40s. No,
Yeah,
you're
it's
right.
about 80 years. Too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 70-ish because it wasn't exactly 1940, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I mean, with that little bit of dirt on it, someone had to went down there yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, like groomed it or something.
Yeah, it didn't
Like-
make any sense. And then like that little
The compass.
cereal box compass. Where'd you get that from? He said Boy Scouts.
Yeah, from the Boy Scouts.
Although I agree with Ryan Reynolds' character in this. Forget the egg. Like, we went in there was a lot of stuff. Like, let's
Yeah.
just take some of this
I
other
could've said
stuff.
that.
Yeah.
Like that Mercedes.
Yeah,
Forget
the
the
egg.
egg.
The egg was
Yeah.
no longer important at that point.
Yeah.
Like, screw all this.
And then I feel like that stuff would have been easier to sell.
Probably.
Yeah. Instead of something people know that is stolen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that Mercedes, nice.
It was.
Why did the windshield only crack when he ran through some, like, he'd been through a bunch of stuff and then he went through, like, a wood thing and the windshield cracked. And I was like, what, really?
Really.
But all right.
They were
My
well
thing
built,
is,
man.
how long has that car been sitting down there?
All the cars, everything was a big car chase. And I was
Gas,
like, that gas
tires
is
aren't
not
flat.
good.
Right.
gas is not
You're
good.
gonna struggle to start that at least, as if it stays running.
But then you told me it's a 1930s car. It was a struggle when it was new.
True.
Yeah. Yeah.
Throw some coal in there.
It doesn't have our new ethanol gasoline in it.
Right, and it's been sitting. I'm like, the tires are still good. Everything works just fine.
Fired it up. No rust. No deterioration at all.
Nothing. No mold.
Yeah, no mold.
Yeah. Yeah, those tires would have been flat.
Easily. But no, pristine condition.
Just nice. Okay.
Wait, how did they get it in there if it led to a lake?
Yeah, they said it like, oh, they came through this mine shaft, but then the mine shaft led to a waterfall.
So,
So they climbed up the wall.
Maybe they helicoptered it in.
I
don't know.
I just realized there's another
Maybe we
nitpick.
just weren't supposed to think about that.
I think this whole movie is just don't think about it.
It's the movie is a giant nitpick.
That was my last one. I try to be nicer because I know it's supposed to be just like an action comedy movie, but
I left off a scene that was really funny
okay.
at the wedding. when they're like presenting the three
Oh,
eggs
Ed
to his
Sheeran?
daughter, and then like Ed Sheeran
Oh, yeah.
shows up, and then she's like,
Oh, yeah.
Ed Sheeran! She
And she
don't
like
care
run
about
past
goat
the
and
eggs. Then they tried to arrest him. He was like, "Come on, come on."
Do you know who I am?
Do you know
Ed
who I am?
Sheeran.
That was wonderful. I
was fun.
enjoyed that. Yeah.
Speaking of Ed Sheeran, I love Ed Sheeran. Love his music. He's pretty dope. If y'all don't know,
Yeah.
check him out.
Yeah, okay. I think they know who Ed Sheeran is.
And if you don't know him, check him out.
Okay. Yeah, if you're the one person on the planet who hasn't heard of Ed Sheeran,
I don't know. Maybe they could be like me. I didn't know what Harry Styles looked like.
okay, but you heard of Harry Styles.
True.
Okay,
what
that's
it look
fine.
Who's Harry Styles?
From that one group that did stuff.
All right.
You haven't heard of Harry Styles?
I don't think so.
Don't worry. It's not your type of music.
Okay, it's not, but
How do you know?
it's not.
How do I know? Do
I have a
not know?
very
We know
diverse. I have a very diverse.
You ain't that diverse.
Yes, I am.
You know how I
Okay,
know?
hold
Because
on.
you don't know who Harry Styles is.
But I know who Ed Sheeran is.
It's not the same kind of music.
I'm saying.
Although, I don't know. I get is watermelon sugar. That
I told you I didn't know what that was.
oh,
Watermelon
it's a song.
sugar.
Still don't know.
Okay.
Apparently, that's a song he had.
The
Watermelon
only
sugar.
song
That I've
I
never heard
know
of.
for sure that is made by him.
Alrighty.
So, not
And
your
then
type
I
of
think
music.
James Corden
gonna have
like
to play some
had
of
them
his music.
performing in the middle of the street in L.A.
I don't watch the show.
I don't that often, but I saw that part.
Okay.
I'm gonna need to hear some Harry Styles later. But okay.
Okay.
Maybe he'll surprise us.
We lost all the Harry Styles fans.
We did. They're like
They're
probably
not listening anymore.
dogging our lives for not being interested. That was my last nitpick.
Okay, so are we rating the movie?
We are.
All right, this is a very strong, like very, very strong watch while folding clothes. Yes, it is.
I
It
agree.
is the definition of watch while folding clothes.
I agree.
Definitely. You can miss a good 20, 30 minutes of it and it wouldn't matter.
Would not matter.
True. I went to the bathroom, came back, did not rewind.
All right, so that's 3 watch while folding clothes here. Derek.
Yes. Watch why folding clothes.
Okay, indeed. All right. Well, that's our thoughts on Red Notice, which the name of the movie didn't even come up into the credits when they stamped Red Notice on some files.
Yeah.
I forgot the movie was called Red Notice. I don't know why. Why is this movie called Red Notice?
They're supposed to be the highest
It explains
wanted
to you-
criminals or something.
Yeah.
That's what it means.
Yeah. Because they're wanted by Interpol and that's their highest warning list.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It was definitely explained in the beginning of the movie.
Totally.
I missed that.
Totally.
Yep.
He said it. The Rock said it.
Yep.
He's the only one who could bring him in.
And then that's why their pictures were stamped red notice at the end of the
Got you. All right, cool. All right, so now we're going to talk about
Disney Plus Day.
Disney Plus Day.
Disney Plus Day.
Yay! Or
Taco
I'm gonna have to edit this.
Tuesday.
Or do you think we should do a separate video?
I was going to ask you what you wanted to do. I was going to sign it to you, but you don't know sign language.
No, we do not. Please stop. doing
Maybe
that.
do a separate video because I guess Disney Plus Day is pretty big. So
Okay. All
all
right.
right, let me conclude.
Okay.
All right, well, if you watched Red Notice and you want to tell us what you thought about it, let us know. And make sure you subscribe and hit the like button if you're watching. And if you're listening, leave us a rating and review. We definitely would appreciate that. With that being said, thank you for listening, guys. We appreciate it. Peace out.